connected.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah. Is it your router again?
Probably. I haven't got a new one yet.
Get a fucking new router.
I'm cheap. Right, so I was gonna say, it's harder to make a game solo than it is to write a song and play it.
Yeah, I mean, you're in both cases. I think you're limited, but you can't make a sort of a symphony for yourself. But well, you could write one, I guess.
I guess it takes more specialized training to be able to like make a game on your own. Although there's lots of tools out there now that make it a lot more accessible. Like you don't need to know how to program to make a game anymore.
I made a hopscotch game. Just use some chalk.
No, I mean there's like Game Maker and shit like that, where you don't need to know code to make the game. You do need to understand programming concepts, I think, but you don't actually have to know the syntax of code.
Yeah, I think another difference is that you can make a simple song easily, and a simple game is not as easy to make. That's what I would say. Like you can get something that's a song quicker than you can get something that's a game. Time-wise, effort-wise.
Sorry, I'm just nodding my head and eating my
croissant. I thought you got disconnected again. So, you know.
Alright.
I don't think there's no danger to that. This doesn't hurt anything.
So you're saying it's
I would say those games tend to suck though, but
yeah. Well, that's what I was saying when I first started reading this article. I was like, I stopped playing Call of Duty. Mainly because I started playing Battlefield, because I thought it was a better game. But also because they were releasing games constantly and it started getting boring. And then I stopped playing Battlefield because the latest Battlefield games fucking suck, right? Like, since Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3 was
I
like...
love Bad Company 2
still. Yeah, Bad Company 2 is my favorite. And that's kind of... Well, that's also the game that kind of got me into Battlefield.
It felt less hectic.
Yeah. Like, I thought Battlefield 3... Maybe it's because we're getting older or something, but, like... It's just, like... It's crazy. Like, it distracts from the gameplay because there's so much going on.
Well, it feels random. I mean, you can get good at that game and be good, but... when you're first starting out, it feels like there's no skill. It's like people are just shooting wherever, and you're just dying to random shit that people didn't even know you're there.
Right, and the visuals are so distracting that it makes it that much more difficult.
It does look nice though.
Yeah,
it sounds nice. Sounds fucking.
Yeah, it's intense. It really makes you feel like you're in a battle. But after you've played like several hours, you kind of want that shit to go away, and you just want like a game.
Someone who's been in a mini battles, I'd say that.
Yeah. Okay, fine. In a battle. Fine, fair enough. Anyway, so what I was saying is that like I basically stopped getting the Battlefield games because they come out every year, and I just want to take a break and get like I would wait till Bad Company 3 comes out to get another one, just because I don't need to play a new version every year.
You know what,
it's basically the same as the last version.
I want to return to World War II and a simplification of the game mechanics. That's what I want, and less unlocks. I mean, that's never going to happen. But you know the what you call it there? Nice library, Red Orchestra.
Yeah,
that seems kind of cool. It gets slower too. You can sort of like you spend more time alive, even if you're not like shooting constantly. You spend more time sort of moving around the environment, thinking about where you're moving around the environment.
Right, but how many times did you play that game?
I didn't play it that often.
Yeah, I mean, like we played Battlefield way more than that game.
Yeah.
So I guess
the problem.
For me, I think it's bad for gaming, but I think for generally, it's probably good for gaming to have these annual releases. People are willing to buy them, then it's putting more money into the industry. So,
I mean, it's kind of
good for gaming.
It's like its own silo of development. Like it puts more money into making more games like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like this separate thing. It's like doesn't really, you know.
But also, it's not separate because they can siphon off a little bit of that, like a little chunk, to make games like Dark Echo that don't cost a lot of money to make, right?
Sure, but why would they do that? It's like it's super business now. Like it's just business.
Because you might get that next game that's like that really blows up.
Yeah, I think Dark Echo is maybe not the best example.
Okay, fine. Portal.
Dark Echo 6.
Fucking Portals. Portal's the best example for that, right? Like that was a side project that they were working on, right?
Yeah, and that came from an indie game from a sort of I forget what it's called, Full Sail. One of those gaming colleges. Yeah.
I thought it was employees at Valve working on the side on the game.
No. It was they found these people. This dude. They were making this indie project, which was all Portals. Yeah, look it up. Do your research.
I don't want to do my research. Okay, let's.
But I mean, once they brought them into Valve, and it was a slight side project. It wasn't like But it was from students, I think, initially.
That's
like
funny
the
you passed
concept
out.
anyway.
Yeah, but anyways, that's an example of something that, a big company might have shaved a bit of money off the top of like one of the really popular games to pay for that as an experiment and ended up blowing up, right?
I think Valve would have done that kind of thing anyway. Like, I don't think Valve is the same as...
Yeah, because Valve,
The
don't
Half-Life
they...
releases are getting a bit much, I guess. It's too often.
But they basically have like this pool of talent, and the people get to kind of decide what they want to work on. Is that the way it works at
Self-directed. That's. I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but it's like you say, "Oh, I have a good idea," so you go talk to people and like, "I need you to do this, and I need you to do this, and get this thing going."
Right.
But I mean, maybe Watch Dogs 2 will be fun. Maybe it'll be. Oh, I'm just so sick of fucking that mini map though.
Did you play Watch Dogs? I didn't play
A little bit. It's like a really, I don't know. It's like, why would you play that when you can play GTA? Like, the world felt so flat, like uninteresting, and there was nothing to do.
Okay. I don't know, I can't really comment because I didn't play it.
But I mean, I can see them putting a bunch more money, because it was successful, I think, somewhat. Putting money into Watch Dogs 2, maybe that'll be something worth playing.
Right.
And then Watch Dogs 4 will be where I'm done.
Watch Dogs 4, which comes out in like, what, 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years from now.
Alright, enough of that. I was looking at the free games of the week. Do you ever... What website do you go to first?
Free games of the week.
I go to PC Gamer to check out my gaming news stuff.
Oh.
And they have this thing where they talk about free games of the week. They're available.
Rock, Paper, Shotgun.
You got a Rock, Paper, Shotgun?
All right. My favorite. And NeoGAF, just check it out.
I guess I'm old school.
PC Game. I used to fucking love getting that magazine. And
yeah, me too.
GFW.
EGM.
Looking back though,
EGM too was my favorite, I think, back in the day.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Like, especially the early years of those magazines, it's kind of like fucking just hype bullshit.
It was all hype.
It got better. Yeah, it got me so. I mean, it took a while. Like, okay, you younger listeners out there, whoever you may be, listener, you get older and you'll learn to resist like hype. Although Witcher 3 got me, but you were better at resisting hype.
Yeah, it's
realizing
true.
Because you get tricked so many times, eventually you just get it. It's like, oh, yeah, this trailer looks really cool, but I bet the game is actually boring.
You know who keeps tricking me is that Peter Molyneux guy. I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Not me, man. I was out after it's called Fable 1.
I didn't play Fable actually. It was Fable 1 bad? Because I think that might be considered the best of the bunch, right?
I think it was a case. I didn't play them, so you'd have to ask someone who's more of a connoisseur, quelqu'un qui connaître.
Like, but, I fell for his Connect talk, like how it was going to be amazing, and he had that video where he was
Milo.
Milo, yeah. Dexter saying he was subscribed to PC Gamer for like 3 years. I don't know if I was subscribed to it. I never subscribed.
I just went to the store.
I subscribed to EGM for sure. I used to love that game or that magazine.
And I like one up the website when it was live.
I used to go to GameSpy. No, that's gone. Sad days.
GFW Radio, man.
GFW.
So
Fable 1 was the best one of the series.
Some other examples of games that started out well and then the franchise got... Well, Splinter Cell, probably.
Splinter Cell? I'd say Splinter Cell was kind of like... Although I didn't play the latest one. What was the last one?
I have the Black Ops. I don't know.
I didn't play the last one.
Call of Duty. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't play
Actually,
it.
It might have been also... hold on, I'm going to look that up. Talk.
Blacklist? Blacklist, I think is the last
Yes.
one. I didn't play that one. But I don't think that went down. I think it was more like a Rocky...
Got more action-y.
Rocky Road, kind of, so to speak.
Yeah. Kind of drawing a blank. What are some big AAA games that I like?
So, I'm just looking at the video games. Splinter Cell, Pandora, Tomorrow, Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory was good.
Oh, okay, wait. Dragon Age Origin. That game rocked.
Yeah?
And, yeah.
I played it again, like, a few months ago, and I couldn't get into it. couldn't get into it.
Maybe I
It
wouldn't
didn't
have
age
time
well,
now,
I
but-
think. Didn't age well.
I don't know. It just felt like so many of these games feel like this. The transparency of the choices are just there. Like it's like, okay, actually, this doesn't do anything. Okay, this doesn't do anything. This actually doesn't affect anything. Doesn't matter what I say here. This doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Right.
With Origin, it was really mattered, and the combat was also interesting, like the gameplay,
Now,
which is what's important.
you haven't played any of the Witcher games yet, right?
I played The Witcher 2.
Okay. Were the
for
decisions...
a fair number?
Did the decisions matter in that game? Because I've heard that's one of the hallmarks of the series, that the decisions are important.
Well, there's some big ones. I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's big decisions you make that do affect things quite a bit. But I think it was just like you side with one guy or another, and then you start in a different location and do a different set of quests. Like, there was a big chunk of differentiation.
Oh, so
but
you
I'm
actually,
thinking-
like... There's parts of the game that you won't play because you make a certain decision.
I believe so. Like, you definitely, or at least play them in a different order. But I think you don't even play them. So yeah, it does have that. But Origins had more like the moment-to-moment little. It was a big web of decisions that affected each other. It felt like it.
Felt like it, but...
I'm pretty sure. I mean, like other games, I'd say it was. I mean, I can't really start citing examples, but stuff you do like early on in the game, the way you talk to someone, and it comes back to you when you go back there like 40 hours later. The guy will be like, "Hey."
I remember you said that.
But it's not just I remember you said that. It's like things he's either dead or because of what you said, and or he's in a different situation. I did
Okay.
the dwarf starting location.
Actually, I think that's when I restarted, I was a dwarf, yeah.
Apparently,
That's
that's one of
cool.
the more interesting origins.
But, okay, getting back to that. So you think that the Dragon Age games got shittier?
Yeah, although I heard Inquisition was better,
It's
but
really, really good, yeah. I mean,
well, yeah.
from what
Played it. Yeah,
the impression that I get, it's
yeah.
supposed to be really, really fucking good. Like,
I played it for like 15 minutes, but it's just like the first time you're in combat, it just felt like, oh, all my guys are just attacking and killing, and I'm just hitting A button. to
just sitting
kill
there,
shit.
right?
Just either sitting there or just hitting A button to shoot lasers out of my wand. Whereas the combat in Origins is more tactical.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a series that's gotten really, really bad over time. Okay, my library
I got
here.
one. The Lovelocks YouTube channel. Terrible.
Shut the fuck up. You're on my channel, man.
It's true.
So what does it say about you?
Oh, Legend of Grimrock.
That's
yeah,
only 2 games though.
it's true.
Got worse? You think?
No, I think it got better, but more like.
I thought we were talking about game. I thought we were talking about series that got worse.
Well, let's see here.
Stay on target, man.
Borderlands 2, I think, or Borderlands.
Okay. Is that
I mean, it's
because
just- I don't
is it,
play
are,
other
are we
games,
talking
so-
about serially, like annually released games, or just in general?
Games that have 4 or 5 releases in them. I mean, I played the second one quite a bit.
Oh, what about
and-
Fallout? Fallout 3 is so fucking horrible.
Fuck you, Fallout 3. You think it's horrible?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I really liked it. And New Vegas was even better.
Command and Conquer.
Well, yeah. I don't even know if the first game was any good.
How about Dota? Dota 2 is pretty bad.
Yeah, Dota 2 is bad. Dota 2 is awesome. I don't know, because as I said, I don't really play these games that have these tons of, like Dawn of War. That's a good one. I think that one fluctuates more. Like there's well-regarded ones and then ones that are less well-regarded.
I only played, I think, one of them.
Oh my god, I can't believe I bought Sid Meier's Beyond Earth.
I know.
That was the worst.
It was cool initially because I thought I saw where the story was worked more into the game, but then I just realized that it's just a veneer over top. Like the story means nothing. Like the gameplay was just, I don't know. It felt rushed and felt like they just wanted to capitalize on the name. It felt like it needed like 2 or 3 expansions to get good.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
I really want to wait.
See what else there is story-wise. Oh, here's the Storm World Championships. I was talking about this yesterday.
Were you?
Do you think that Heroes of the Storm could be a good valid esport? You've played quite a bit now, so.
Well, I don't know. I would say I haven't played that much.
Well, you've played a lot of Dota too. You've played. I think you played enough.
Yeah, it feels more like it's a fun thing to do when you don't care about playing games. when you don't care, because I never care when we lose. It never hurts. It's like, oh, whatever, we lost. I don't give a shit.
I can tell when you're playing.
It's kind of fun to win though, so it's a good odds on.
It balances out Dota, where you feel like well, I don't really feel so.
Well, I feel less so, but I still especially when we have a chance to win. Still stings.
But like for you, Heroes, if you lose, it's just like flat, and if you win, you feel good. So it's kind of like tempers the negative emotions that Dota gives you.
It's a good bet.
Right. Okay. It's a fair bet that you're gonna have fun because you like winning.
Mild fun, yeah.
Mild fun. But you're never really gonna have like amazing fun, because I've had some games where we've come back from like a really low deficit and I feel awesome. Probably almost as good as in Heroes, yeah.
I feel like it doesn't matter. Nothing matters until you're attacking the core.
Yeah, I guess so.
You lose a tower. Like I really don't understand how that affects anything. Like I'm sure it does, but it just feels like, oh, who cares?
Well, it just means your creeps can go that much further up the lane, right? But you're right, it doesn't matter that much. Well, you get experience.
Because they don't really
also
offer you protection ever.
You get experience also. So that helps.
Oh, the towers get experience?
Yeah, you get experience from the towers, yeah.
I thought you meant the towers get you experience for just killing shit.
No. But the one interesting thing I noticed about Heroes of the Storm is that because you can't talk to the other team, right?
Yes.
So when there's someone on our team that's like really negative, and we're losing in the early game and we come back and we win, I end up like getting pissed off at that person, whereas usually there would be someone on the other team that I would get angry at because they're like trash talking, right?
In Dota 2.
In Dota 2, yeah. In Dota 2.
Man, there's this Meepo. Oh, it was such a great game.
I know. I played.
Oh, you were in that game. Yes,
I was in that game. But so like it's interesting because they don't have the cross-team chat in Heroes of the Storm like they do in Dota. So I end up getting pissed off at my own like teammates. I'm like, eat it. Because he thought
for your raid.
He thought we were gonna lose, so I was it's happened in multiple games.
It's like a sort of why there's domestic abuse in this world.
that's
get frustrated at work
because you can't.
Frustrated at work, and it's like, well, fuck, I can't do anything to that guy, so I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah,
be a jerk.
Okay.
It's my excuse.
Getting insight into Canadian Bacon's life. Should I call you Canadian Bacon or Baconus Prime? Because you got two different names now.
Slick. Bacon.
But I think they do. I think first of all they have to add voice chat in Heroes of the Storm, because teamwork is really important in that game. Yeah, it's so hard to communicate to people. Like, if you're in a fight, you can't talk to anyone because like, what are you supposed to do? Stop and type and say you need to attack. You need to attack. Blah blah blah. Like you can't do that, right?
I guess so, but I mean, there's trade-offs, right? Then you're gonna have people.
Yeah, you're gonna have people saying negative shit, but then you just mute those people. That's what I do in Dota. So, like, I don't see the negative at all. Those people are gonna be pieces of shit regardless of what kind of chat system you have.
As long as there's a mute system, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there is a mute system. Right?
For that, and just that on that note, I think a mute should get rid of pings in Dota 2.
Yeah.
On that player. I really don't understand why it wouldn't. Like, you're muting someone, you obviously don't want to hear shit from them. It's an intrusion into your game.
Yeah. I wonder why. I guess they want at least to be some level of communication.
Yeah.
Always possible.
I guess. Or limited anyway. 2 pings a minute.
Or make it like a setting in your settings or something like that, where it can disable pings or can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Well, I think everyone, if you gave them the option, people were not lazy enough to not even bother doing it, would all turn that on. Like, that mute would mute pings. So why wouldn't you?
Okay, let's move on to like one of the biggest stories so far of the year, and that's that Lego Jurassic World release date has been announced. I can't wait for that game.
Yeah. I already have a prototype.
I pre-ordered it 15 times.
So The Witcher 2, 3.
Oh, Witcher 3. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Although I've been watching Witcher 1 gameplay, Witcher 2 gameplay. Witcher 1 looks pretty bad actually. That doesn't look like it aged well at all. The voice acting's pretty bad. The like adult theme seems really like.
Wait, Witcher 1 or 2? Sorry.
Witcher 1.
Oh.
The adult theme seems really like thin. Like it's just like pasted on. It's like every once in a while it'll swear and there will be some sex scene, but it's like it seems like to me like the dialogue's very immature, relatively speaking. But Witcher 2 seems a bit better, much higher quality, and the graphics still look really good in Witcher 2 from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And actually,
that's
a good point. There was a story. There was a thing on Reddit that I saw the other day comparing the graphics from Witcher 2 to Witcher 3, and also showing the graphics like from earlier builds of Witcher 3 and how much better it looked. And I wonder how accurate that is, or if that's just like someone finding the worst possible examples from Witcher 3 and the best possible examples from Witcher 2.
No, I think it's real. Like you go look.
I tried to avoid looking at gameplay stuff for Witcher 3, so I can't really say.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really spoil me to look at the gameplay.
Yeah, I guess so.
But to each his own. I mean, I don't like the knowing what actors are in movies. Sometimes, like, I know it's a good director or something. I'll try to go black on it. But yeah, that's a big thing on NeoGAF, the downgrade. I mean, it happens with so many games.
Well, yeah, because you want as many people as possible to be able to play your game, right? So sometimes you got to make decisions like that.
Yeah, but I mean, they also make the decision. Like, I don't think it's a decision. I think they know how long it's going to be.
It's going to look like that. Right. They just want to get like people excited and release like the best possible looking.
Yeah.
Screenshots
and the
early
issue with that is now since everyone does it, everyone has to do it. It's like doping in sports or whatever. It's true, because if you're honest, then people will look at it and say, "Oh, it looks like shit." Like you don't get the bonus points back for not. Like it's better to overpromise and then get the backlash, and then underdeliver and get the backlash, because you already have the hype, right? You already got all the hype from.
People are gonna buy it because they want to see it. Yeah.
Well, no, I just mean like if it looks really good, people will get excited for the game, and then. Even when they turn out the game is not looking that good, the excitement kind of stays. It's because the interest you had in it graphically becomes something different as you follow other parts of it.
Right, but isn't that a problem with like screenshots in general of games? Like when you're actually playing a game, when you're actually playing like a game and it's moving and shit like that, it looks totally different anyways, right? Like you don't notice a little. Oh, this texture is like a little bit blurry compared to this one. I mean,
but they're comparing video too. And the problem is also like video compression on the internet and things like that. But you can definitely see the grasses. Like grass, this is something I want to talk about also is when will they get grass right without the huge performance hit?
Yeah, like it just doesn't. It's almost like sometimes you just want them to get rid of it because it looks so unrealistic, right? Like,
it just
have a flat texture.
It's like someone drew a plant on a piece of paper and then stuck it in the ground.
And then if they do it like relatively decent, you're kind of like, oh look, they've made the grass a little bit better. But you notice it, and you notice that it's not realistic looking, right? So has the same effect.
It's too much of a hit on the performance. Because I'd much rather have high frames than anything else.
Right. I think I'm somewhere in between. I don't need to have the highest frame rate. I kind of want the game to look as good as possible with a decent frame rate.
To me, it's probably.
But I think I'm starting to come around to your way of viewing things, because I think it affects in like a competitive game. It does affect your gameplay.
Well, that too, but I think you can get used to the way the game looks and say, oh, it still looks good, because games, even if it's not like the 90s where if you turn it to low, it looked like absolute. But like you can turn games pretty damn low and it still looks great. And but the frame rate is something I don't get accustomed. Like when it hitches, I always feel it. Well, not as much now because of this new monitor. You feel it.
You're gonna plug your new monitor?
Yes, I am. Yeah, so...
How much did it cost you?
It doesn't matter.
Pretty penny.
Doesn't matter.
Alright, well, I think I'm going to wrap up the show because I've got to get going. It's like almost 10 o'clock. Any final words?
I'm going to go make a planter and get some tomato plants and get them going in the backyard.
You're going to grow...
a fun time.
You're going to grow tomato plants?
I'm going to try. Can I get wood from Home Hardware?
Wood?
Wood.
Like 2x4s?
Lumber. Yeah, 2x6s, but yeah.
I don't think so.
I think some you can, some you can't.
Depends on, I think like the further into the suburbs you go, the more likely you'll be able to get them. They tend to have smaller
Right.
stores downtown. But go to Canadian Tire or something. Or like,
Oh, they have wood?
I imagine they would, yeah.
You
I imagine they would.
Oh,
Oh god,
so funny.
that was not intentional at all. But Home Depot obviously is your best bet. Or
Right.
Rona.
I'm getting a phone call. So, talk to you later.
Okay, see you later, buddy.
Signing off.
We'll do this. We'll have to do this next weekend as well. It's
Yep.
good times. I'll get more people involved, maybe.
I'll get a coffee.
Yeah, you need to do
I
the
already
same
had
thing,
it drank by now. Yeah.
and you need a bathrobe like me.
I have my robe on right now.
You do? You're not wearing your onesie?
Nope. I'll wear my onesie though next time. Okay. Bye.
See ya. That's funny. All right. Well, thanks for joining me for Wake Up with Luckless, my brand new gaming news show. That was fun. I'm gonna do this on the weekends, I think, just to get me up early. It'll be pretty informal. But let me know if there's anything you want to see on the show. Alright, I'm signing off for now. I'll probably be back later with some gaming. See ya.